This is the basic plot of the movie. The movie starts with this kid dealing with the fact that his mother just died. Then it fast forwards to a few months later where this kid, along with some other kids, are filming their own independent zombie movie. In the course of viewing that movie, he starts to fall in love with this girl, and then there's this big train accident. This big train accident actually frees this alien that's being held captive by the Air Force. The story goes on and on and on, and the kids have to keep this a secret because the Air Force is going around doing their thing, going after anybody who knows and researching and invading everybody's privacy and stuff. So eventually, the kids end up confronting the alien, and the alien's going to kill them, and the alien grabs the kid, and anytime anybody touches the kid, they understand the creature. Now, what happens is the creature understands the kid's sense of loss. He lost somebody, his mother, because somebody else didn't do what they were supposed to do. And the kid has learned to forgive the person who did it. And now the alien learns to forgive human beings for the mistreatment the alien suffered at the hands of the Air Force while it was in captivity. So the kid convinces the alien to stop killing people and just finish rebuilding its ship, and then it leaves and goes home. That's the basic plot. The thing about this movie is that it presents identity in a similar way, but a much more thorough way than E.T. did. Usually in these alien invasion movies, all of humanity realizes that they are all of humanity by getting an identity as a human being, as opposed to the previous forms of identity by race, national origin, religion, or color. Instead of developing the identity as those particular groups, they gain the identity as human being and resist the big other, that being the aliens. To put this another way that's easier to understand, Native Americans have an identity as the indigenous population of North America, or Turtle Island, if you will. Now, before European colonization, they had no identity as the indigenous population of North America. Their identities lied in which particular tribe they belonged to, because the other, in the Hegelian sense, was the other tribes. Then, the European colonization came along, and the white people were completely different from every other tribe. Thus, the great other became the European civilization. I use the term civilization loosely. And then the Native Americans get the identity as being the indigenous population as opposed to the non-indigenous population, because the other has changed. A greater other has come along and given them a new identity, the identity of being the indigenous population. As I said, this is where Super 8 is different than not just E.T., but primarily like Independence Day or War of the Worlds. Instead of culminating in this identity as human beings, the other being the alien, they went in the opposite direction. The alien became not so much the other, but something that is similar. Instead of defeating the aliens, killing them, or whatnot, what instead happens is the kid, the main character, uses his loss and his forgiveness that he experienced and shared that with the alien who suffered the same thing. So instead of combating the alien, instead of using humanity, discovering humanity to fight the aliens, he shared humanity with the alien, thus taking the alien from the big, scary, mindless killing other into something that is like ourselves. So in this sense, they didn't do the usual big other uniting humanity by our identity. What he did was share the similarities of our identity with its identity. It too, like us, suffers and can get angry at mistreatment and is capable of forgiveness. Thus, in the alien, we see humanity in it as we see humanity in ourselves. I think another great thing about this movie is the fact that there's the subplot of the zombie movie. Now, the zombie is a great is a great contrast to be put in this movie. There's a juxtaposition of the zombie, which is the primary, the way we primarily identify the other as a mindless killing machine that is savage and unworthy and ununderstandable, and it just seeks to destroy us. The exact same way that we are those of us in the West are presented with the image of Islam in the third world. Oh, they're just crazy animals that are just going to kill everybody and kill women and all this other garbage. Only then do we, by meeting these people and knowing them, see that they are human just like we are. And that this idea that we're presented with, that there are these killers, these savages, is completely untrue. I think the image of the savage creature juxtaposed to the new other, which shows that it is human and has humanity just like us. I think the two types of the other being put together in the same place is a really, really, it's just a beautiful comparison. So I think maybe whether intentionally or unintentionally, the movie gets us to understand that the other is often just like us, no matter how otherly they may seem. And that in the end, because of so much of a universal commonality in terms of emotions and reactions to mistreatment and the ability to forgive, one of the great things about humanity, that we discover that the other isn't really so otherly.